Hello everyone, myself Paramjit Chaudhary and I am the yoga instructor of Netaji Vyam Sangha Karimganj. So, as we all are aware of the merciless pandemic called COVID-19, Ministry of Ayush Government of India has come out with some measures for enhancing immunity level. One of the measures is to practice yogasanas, pranayams and meditation for at least 30 minutes. So here I am going to demonstrate a yoga routine for all ages which includes some warm-ups, asanas, pranayams and meditation, Surya Namaskar and many more stretchings also. So let's see. First we will go with the warm-up session. This includes stretching of every body parts starting from head to toe. First one, forward and backward bending. Second one, right and left bending. Third one, right and left twisting. Fourth one, neck rotation, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Fifth one, shoulder rotation, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Sixth one, hand rotation, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Seventh one, wrist stretching. Eighth one, right and left hip movement. Number 9, back and front hip movement. Number 10, knee movement. Number 11, leg stretching. And the last one, number 12, ankle stretching. Now we will practice Surya Namaskar. This includes 12 steps. Take a deep breath and exhale.
Now we will practice some asanas. Each asana should be practiced twice for minimum 1 minute with a 30-second rest in between each asanas. Tadasana or palm T posture. This asana brings stability in the body, helps to clear up congestion of spinal nerves and corrects faulty postures. Avoid lifting the heels in case of acute cardiac problems or any type of foot injuries. Trikonasana or the triangle posture. This asana strengthens calf, thigh and waist muscles, makes spine flexible and improves lung capacity. Avoid this posture in case of slip disc, sciatica and after undergoing abdominal surgery. Ardha Ustrasana, the half camel posture, and Ustrasana, the camel posture. Very useful practice for cardiac patients as it expands lung capacity and increases blood circulation to the head and cardiac region, relieves constipation and back pain. In case of hernia and abdominal injuries, arthritis and vertigo, please avoid doing this asana. Setubandhasana or the bridge posture. This posture relieves depression, anxiety, stretches abdominal organs and improves digestion. People suffering from ulcer, hernia, etc. should not practice this asana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, the upward facing dog posture. This posture stretches chest and lungs, shoulders and abdomens. In case of any back injuries or headache, don't practice this asana. Adha Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog posture. This posture calms brain and helps to relieve stress and mild depression. Stretches the shoulders, hamstring, calves and hands. In case of high blood pressure, avoid this posture. Sarvangasana or the shoulder stand. This posture is very good for healthy functioning of pituitary, pineal, kidney, liver, spleen and testes. Thus it regulates the functions of all the glands of the body. This asana should not be performed by those who have high blood pressure or having spinal problems or in case of heart problems. Shirshasana or the headstand. This posture helps to rejuvenate, revitalize and increase the effectiveness of brain cells. People suffering from loss of sleep, memory and vitality have recovered by the regular practice of this asana. People suffering from high blood pressure, heart malfunctioning, cerebral and coronary thrombosis, blood hemorrhage in head, sleep disc and kidney problems should not practice Shirshasana. Shavasana or the corpse pose. Shavasana is a practice of gradually relaxing one body part at a time, one muscle at a time and one thought at a time. This posture conditions the body to release stress and can improve sense of physical and emotional well-being. Now we will practice one kriya, that is Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati purifies the frontal air sinuses, helps to overcome cough disorders. It rejuvenates the whole body and keeps the face glowing. Please avoid this practice in case of cardiac conditions, high blood pressure, vertigo, gastric ulcers, pregnancy and during menstrual cycle. Now we will practice some pranayamas and our first pranayam is Vastrika Pranayam. This pranayam is great for energizing the body and mind. Since we maximize our lung capacity while doing it, the pranayam helps to remove toxins and impurities. Second one, Anulom Vilom Pranayam. This pranayam nourishes the whole body and manages blood circulation, increases pure oxygen supply throughout the body, and helps in making heart health healthy. Our next pranayam is Bhramari Pranayam. The practice of Bhramari relieves stress and helps in alleviating anxiety, anger, and hyperactivity. The resonance effect of humming sound creates a soothing effect on the nervous system and mind. Dhyana or meditation. Meditation is the most important component of yoga practice. It keeps the mind calm and quiet and helps the practitioner to eliminate negative emotions like fear, anger, depression, and to develop positive emotions.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग्